Pretty much the past 2 years I've been feeling really dizzy and really lightheaded, and I didn't really know what was wrong with me. I just thought I maybe had anxiety or I didn't drink enough water, and I'm an athlete. I've been cheering for 8 years, so I thought if anything was seriously wrong, I would have known by now. And it's been going on for 2 years. I went to all these different doctors and we couldn't really figure out what was wrong, so I thought, it's just all in my head, I'm making it up. And then we decided to go to a cardiologist because my mom's a nurse, and one night I was laying in bed and my heart started beating really, really fast. And it would usually beat fast, but this time was different. It wasn't stopping, and 5 minutes passed and it was still beating really fast. So I ran downstairs to my mom, had her listen to it, and it was about 200 beats per minute, which is not good apparently. And so she took me to the cardiologist, and the cardiologist did an EKG. And he took one look and he said, you have Wolff-Parkinson's-White syndrome and you have to go straight to the surgeon.
And so from there we went to see the electrophysiologist, who actually goes in with the cardiac ablation and burns off circuits in your heart. And so he went in and actually burned off the extra. She had quite a few extra electrical circuits, but she was cured from WPW. And so we were really thankful, and she immediately, being Sarah Beth, wanted to go out and tell the world and make sure this didn't happen to anyone else.
So I found out that they were looking for candidates for Go Red for Women right after I had heart surgery. And I knew that I wanted to make other people aware that teenagers can have heart problems too, that it's not just, old people. And it's actually pretty common for teenagers to have it and for it to go unnoticed. And so I reached out to them and I went, and then I was able to speak at a press conference. And it was super cool to be able to tell my story in front of all of the city of Columbia.
Looking at everything, it's the first time I had met the people from the American Heart Association, and I was sitting with my family and with Sarah Beth, and she had introduced me to some of the women that were also part of the Go Red for Women campaign, and one lady looked really familiar to me.
So I turned around and I was like, yeah, I'm Ariel's mom. And she says, I know you, I knew you. And come to find out, one of the faces for the campaign Go Red for Women was Sarah Beth and her mom Elizabeth Sheridan, and who was a nurse at the time that my daughter became really, really sick. I remember Beth telling me that she would take care of her and that she would be okay and I had nothing to worry about. It comes full circle after a while when you meet people and that take care of your children or your child. And it was bittersweet, yeah, but I was happy at the same time. I've come to that point to where I am at peace, and Beth is part of my peace.
There was a Facebook, a post just popped up on my Facebook, and it said casting call. And I was like, what? And I looked and it was like Go Red for Women casting call. And it said it's coming to the Midlands, and come join and see what we're all about. And I was like, this is a perfect opportunity to be able to get my story out there. So luckily I was able to go to the casting call, and I was not only able to share my story, but I was also able to hear other women's stories and be able to hear how they've gone through hard stuff and how they were able to find peace in other people's stories and other women around them. And I thought that was amazing how Go Red for Women is not only bringing awareness to heart defects and heart diseases in women, but it's also bringing women together who feel alone like I did. And it's really just, I don't know, it's crazy to see how many people are here and supportive of one another.